Okay, YouTube land, what's good? This is your host from the Gulf Coast doing the most. Donte.
And Shellie.
We are the yin and yang of Short-Term Rentals podcast. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Animal noises.
Darn fools.
And cut.
Well, look who made it back. Yo, thank you for supporting the channel. We got a bunch of episodes filled with info on how we host, funny guest story with your boy Tay, current news with Shellie, and special guest appearances. Also feature some local music artists for the outro, so make sure you stick around to the end, my friend, and peep all the links in the description. Dropping gems. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. This is the first official guest of the pod, and it's someone who I've known for a long time and who gives great advice financially and motherly.
Now, we told you when we started this that we were going to be bringing on some successful, brilliant, talented people that make short-term rental hosting look just easy.
Wow.
This woman here is going to talk with us today, and she has done it all on Airbnb. She has hosted stays, experiences, and now she's getting ready to take it to a whole nother level that I'm going to let her tell you guys about. Okay. She's a retired Air Force Nursing Corps officer, and so she has certainly traveled. She has a BSN from UAB. She has a master's degree from UOP. And she started hosting Airbnb back in 2021.
Let's go. Let's go.
So she's got plans to build a home that's tailored to health professionals and militaries traveling. So she is the CEO of MLS International, LLC. She is an international executive wellness advocate, a strategic financial consultant, a published author. She has her first children's book available for pre-order, How Money Works, Little Money Genius, that I already got slotted for my daughter.
Yeah.
The Woman, The Winner, The Wealth Maker.
Yeah.
Welcome, Miss Mary.
Good morning.
Yo, that's a resume right
Wow.
there.
That is a resume.
That is a resume.
Wow.
That's 2 resumes. Look, I knew about maybe 3 of those things. I just found out about the book.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you an author now?
Oh man.
Books,
So,
plural.
no,
one for the kids and one for, yes.
Man,
Yes.
I'm honored, man. I'm honored. So,
Good morning.
yeah.
Good morning.
How you feeling, Miss
Morning,
Mary?
man. I am awesome. Thank you, Donte and Shellie, for inviting me.
Yeah.
I am honored to be here. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be on your podcast. I'm excited for you guys.
I appreciate it. I would have never thought we would be connecting the way as we are. I've known you for so long, and this year it's like we just keep getting brought together. You know, you helped me out with the financial journey that I was been on, and that was very insightful. I was making a lot of changes in earlier the year, so things are just going in the right direction. And hearing you having your wins and Shellie having her wins, it's like this is kind of people I want to be around. People who are just trying to like add value to the world and to their communities. So I'm super honored you're here.
What made you start renting your space on Airbnb?
I got a backstory.
Okay,
We got time for the backstory.
We love backstories.
We got time. I got time today.
One of our sisters in church, we're going to call her Lisa, had been telling me that that's something that I needed to do. She said, you're single. She said, you got that big house that you're living in. You need to start making some money off that house. So she told me about this for 5 years. 5 years. And so she was answering the Airbnb guests. She was saying, yes, I'm available, blah, blah, blah. We were at dinner in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't go, what are you doing? She said, I'm taking care of my guests that are coming, blah, blah, blah. And so I finally looked at it closer. And I said, okay, you know what? The house is here. If your house is here and
Talk to
you
me.
got these extra rooms
to
that's
me.
not making any money and you
Talk
paying
to
the
me.
rent and you paying the mortgage,
Talk to
we need
me.
to put it on Airbnb.
Talk to me.
Facts.
Talk to me about using the resources. Talk to me. That's right.
So the resources just sitting here, we're just paying money on it, and it's not bringing any income in. So I said, how can I do this with this house? And she was telling me about her space, and it was her master bedroom.
That's right.
And so, yes.
Now let's talk about because that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that Donte does not use his master bedroom. So what made you decide to use your master bedroom? I just think this is an interesting perspective.
The way my house is made, it's a split floor plan. Okay, so
That
the
makes
master wing is separated from the rest of the bedrooms with the kitchen and the living area.
That's right.
Okay,
Okay.
It was and I have 3 back doors.
That's
So
right.
that's
3 back
interesting. I have 3 back doors. So one back door goes to the master. That's the one I put the cipher lock on. So when
Okay.
the guests come
They just
in,
go right there.
that's the way they came.
So they have separate access.
Separate access, and they have the master bath right there. So they have the 1 bedroom, the bath. It's the largest room, so you have more space.
That's true too.
So
Yeah.
it looks like a hotel. That's
Listen. I think if I was doing this with a better plan, I would have chose my master. My mom brought it up as well. I was like, I want the master.
Yeah.
'Cause I want the master. I'm the master.
I'm the master in here.
I'm the master. But I mean, it definitely makes perfect sense, especially with the reasons that you're saying.
Okay. So now this is, and we did this on a different podcast we talked about when we first started. Now, how much did you spend and what did you spend it on to get started? Like if someone's wondering,
Gotta talk about the monies.
how much would I need? Because
budget.
you got the financial background. So we are really curious. I know I spent a grip.
Yeah.
And we know he didn't spend nothing. But
It was modest. It was modest.
It was modest.
You
it was
know?
fine. So you tell us, because you are very financially savvy. How much did you spend and what did you focus on purchasing?
I spent less than $600.
See? Look at that.
Less than
Amen to that.
$600. Yes, because it was in my home.
Okay.
You had a whole separate house.
I had a whole separate house.
that you were
Yeah,
taking
that's
care
a
of.
whole nother.
There's a whole level, different level.
whole nother
So
beast.
it was already in the home, and my goal was to have it ready by Memorial Day weekend. Because in our area here in Florida,
That kicks off. the
Doesn't it
peak
kick
season.
off?
Yeah.
It's a peak season kickoff.
big season kickoff, absolutely. And so I needed to make sure it was already a nice space for me. I just needed to make it look like a high-end hotel.
So you just wanted to enhance a couple things in that area, so you didn't really have to break the bank. And that's, I had a new home,
Right.
and I
You
had
had
to
to
put new
actually
furniture
purchase,
in there and stuff
yeah.
like that. But I spent probably between, I think, around $800 to do all of my stuff, because you can do things very affordably if you do enough research and you understand what you're targeting. So I just made sure my bed was super comfortable and it didn't cost a lot, and you can even do payment plans. So you don't need thousands of dollars. Pretty much what I'm trying to say. If anyone's trying to get into this space, it's you work with what you got, you put into it, and you can always reinvest what you do into it to make it better down the road. But, people have never really complained about anything. I think the only complaint was I didn't have some small thing that I just didn't think of because I'm a guy. I was like, oh, you want what? I think I only had hand soap or bar soap and stuff like that. And some girl was like,
Do you have shower gel?
and I was like, what? Why? You got a bar right there, bro. You got a bar right there, bro. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I thought you'd bring your own. But yeah. So but I'm glad that you said, because I was thinking your number was going to be in a couple grand. So you made me feel better.
No, it definitely wasn't. Now, what did you, because like you said, it was already set up, right, for you. So what did you actually purchase?
I purchased a duvet cover because I wanted the bed to be very nice. I purchased cotton cool sheets, for comfort. For comfort.
Shelley's hands go
For comfort.
up in the air.
And the hands go up.
For comfort.
Yeah.
And I had the allergy bed cover. The cover for the bed and the pillow cover was the allergen, because you didn't know if people had allergies.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, and
That's
so
right.
the covers, before you put the pillowcase on,
Right.
we
smart.
had the allergy ones
That's
that you
smart.
zip it up in.
didn't
So
think about
that's the
allergies.
nursing mindset.
That's the nursing thing. I was concerned about bed bugs.
Bed bugs.
So
Yeah.
So I got it for that.
Get it for that.
Yeah.
Get it for that as
so,
well.
but I didn't even think about allergies. So that's interesting. Okay.
The cipher lock. I didn't have a cipher lock on the back door, so I
That
had to
makes
purchase
sense.
the cipher lock.
Please govern yourselves for their church announcements.
Wow.
We'd like for you to hit the like button. It helps us with the algorithm, especially for a new channel like us. And Donte's experienced a lot of rejection, so he needs some likes in his life.
Somebody like me, please.
Also, please subscribe. Hit the notification button so you'll know when something new drops. Our giveaways are specific to our subscribers, so please subscribe so you can participate.
And ask us some questions. Leave us some comments.
Don't forget to share, because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Now, how much you think, ballpark, I know it's been a while, how much you think you spent on that?
Between $70 and $80.
Okay.
For the cipher lock. I didn't get the cheapest one. Don't get the cheapest one, because this is your home.
Yeah. And that was in the group I'm in. They were like, yeah, I think I have a mentor host who also said the same thing. Was like, if there's something you would like put a little bit more money into, it'd be like the lock. So I got like a keypad that's, I can unlock and lock and have a code into that. So that was one of the things I spent probably the most money on, was my lock.
And how much do you think you spent?
I want to say it was maybe under 200.
Okay.
But I got like fingerprint biometric thing put into mine because I'm in the tech space now. So I was like, and I'm not gonna lie, I like it. Put my thumb on my door and open it out. I ain't used the key in I don't know how long.
And I have watched too many movies, so I am anti the fingerprint. I feel like they're going to give them a fingerprint and put it on crime scene. I have like all these conspiracy theories. I'm like, no, you ain't get my fingerprint.
You didn't watch a lot of true crime.
Yes.
Yeah, I've watched too much Mission Impossible and all this nonsense. Nah, you ain't get my
You
fingerprint.
got enemies, Shellie? What's up?
Yeah, you going to have to knock me out and then put my thumb on it. I'm not giving it to you for free. But so yeah, but okay, so that's really good. So how long did it take you? So from when you started, I know you started on Memorial Day. So when you said, okay, I'm going to do this, how long did it take you to get it all done?
Maybe 1 to 3 months, or it was less than 3 months, I know. But I was giving myself time. I did not want to rush into it. I didn't want to miss anything. And I wanted to make sure that I could clean it well, because that was COVID. That was 2021.
That's great point. Forgot about that. So you launched during the
COVID.
pandemic.
Yeah, during the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
During the
Absolutely.
pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah, you had to be a little more thorough.
Oh, it
And
was
being
so
a
fun.
nurse, I'm sure she was definitely, and it's your home. So yeah. So okay, yeah. And actually, we probably, yeah, that'll be another. We'll bring you back to talk about that. So okay, so for those who are thinking about it, you got the financial guru over here who's letting you know about how much you might want to do. So did you kind of estimate how much you thought you would make?
Yes, I did. I crunched the numbers and looking at the taxes they were going to take out and how much we were, so
You mean you considered taxes?
yes, you have to
That's
consider
that word. It's triggering. You
It's
haven't
a
heard.
trigger.
It's a trigger. It's a trigger. Me and taxes are having a.
He gets a tick every time he hears that.
You got
I
to
act like I don't hear it. You gave it. Listen. We had a whole thing, Miss Mary, about taxes because your boy didn't know about how many taxes.
You got
They
to
was
count
gonna
up the
tax
cost.
them all.
We got to count up the costs.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I learned the hard way. I got a couple scares. I got mail that was like a 20,000 grand bill, and I was like, I ain't even made this much. I ain't even got it. How you gonna get it?
They said,
You let me know where it's at.
listen, IRS is the Debo of the money. Listen,
But
what
yeah.
you got on my 40, homie?
But I did pay on time this month for the first time. No late fees, baby. No late fees.
His late fees was higher than his actual tax burden.
Oh my gosh.
That hurt.
Proud of you,
Like,
proud of you, young man.
I'm learning the hard way, but I'm learning.
Yes. That's bought sense right there. That's what they call bought sense.
Boss.
Yeah.
I had to pay for
You had to pay for that.
Yeah, and that's why we have you on, because I don't want bought sense.
don't want
I won't.
And we encourage our listeners to learn from all of our do's and don'ts, our mistakes. You know, be better than me.
Absolutely.
Please,
You gotta learn from my mistakes as well.
please.
Absolutely.
Okay, so how did you do? I kind of think I know, because we've talked about it. So you jumped out there peak season and you was killing the game.
It was booked. I had people wanting to come in every weekend, but I was still shaky and unsure about it. So I said, I don't want people in my house every weekend. So I kind of held them off. So I let them
Because
come.
you're still there.
Yes, I'm still there on the
Yeah.
other side of the house, and I had the hotel lock on the door that faces the kitchen. They went to the kitchen. They went to the house because I wanted them to feel safe. Okay, but I had the deadbolt lock. I had the key to the deadbolt lock. So if they needed to get out, they had an egress to get out.
Right.
But I couldn't get in, and they couldn't get out to me because my children were really concerned about someone being in my home. And I have protection. I have physical protection and I have spiritual protection.
Duplicate.
Yeah.
That's that military.
Yeah, y'all caught that, the military. So she qualified to correct you if you step beyond the boundary.
But you know, we have a very similar experience with sharing the space while we're there, because you don't really know how good things are going to go in the beginning. And I noticed that too when I was like, oh, this is regular. This is daily. Like I remember one month was like daily, there's people here. And I was like, oh, I wasn't ready to give up all of this freedom.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that people probably aren't aware of, like, especially in peak season. Like you could be that busy. And you got to be able to be okay with being, there's someone here every time I'm here. When I'm here, someone's here. When I'm going to bed, there's someone here, all of that. Whatever you was doing before, oh, that got to stop, Sometimes I walk around naked in my house,
It's your house.
Can't do that no more.
Please don't. That's going to be a whole nother thing. Please don't.
Airbnb support is like, Mr. Rome, you got reports.
Please don't.
They checked out.
Oh my God. Those are my thoughts. Those are my same thoughts. Someone is in my space.
Yeah.
Someone's in my space. That's why I didn't rent them every weekend in May. Because
And you can regulate that though.
Yes.
You can just, that's the thing when you're on your own spot. It's like a business. Like you can open and close whenever you want.
And
block
that's
those days. Yeah.
And that's the beauty. So I know you had a interesting guest, and we love these stories. So it's story time.
Yeah.
With Miss Mary. So you had an interesting guest.
It was for 30 days. And I'm going, oh my gosh, I really don't want to put anybody in that space because I'm getting ready for this big party.
Right.
Let the person come in. They had the old scary white van.
Oh Lord.
Scary white van, right?
The Dahmer van.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, the Dahmer van.
And nice person.
Red flag.
Just different type of person. Just different. And so they're with me for 30 days, just like your folks, Donte. That was the first time I ever had anybody in my house for 30 days that long that I didn't know that well.
Right.
And how long were you already doing the Airbnb?
Yeah, about 3 months. So I am not comfortable. Okay, with someone being there every day. So she's there for 30 days.
Yeah.
And everything was fine. Her comings and her goings. And then at the end, the last week or two, she had to leave the house earlier because she was finished with orientation. She's now going to work now. She set my alarm off.
Oh,
I
the
put
house alarm.
Yeah, the house alarm. I'm at the other end of the house. The panel to the house alarm is in the kitchen. So I got to come across to get to it. And so it takes me 30 seconds to turn this off. And she's
Lord.
waking me up out of a dead sleep.
Oh, and to an alarm, which
To an
would be
alarm.
that is loud.
Yes.
Going
Real hard.
Yes.
That's a whole thing.
Yes, and then you
That's a
have
whole
your
thing.
alarm company
You don't
calling
even
you.
need
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
for that.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know yet. I don't even know.
I just got to the light. I ain't even secured the pussy.
I don't know. Just stay on the line.
That was it. That was an experience. Like I said, she was a nice person. But then I texted her. I said, please let me know that you're going to leave early in the morning. You know, and I'll get up earlier and turn it off. Mm-hmm. You know, but I needed some security, you know, there, being the single person that I was. You know, the kids already stressed about it. To give them a level of comfort. I said, but that was not in the cards.
Interesting.
And that's the plus of being a great host, I think, with a great space. People don't want to leave.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely remembered the guy who I have now.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would value the space as much as he did. And I talked to everybody. I was like, I don't know how to value this. I didn't see the value that he saw, but now I'm kind of trying to determine that. And then he was like, he talked to me about even staying longer. And I was like, man, and it's beneficial to him. You know, it's helping him out and him and his family. So I was like, this is what a venture it's been. You know, you're kind of just trying stuff out. You don't know what's going to happen, and it winds up being a blessing. There's some things that come up along the way, some headbutts. Fortunately, I haven't had any with mine, but I'm prepared, you know, because it's like it can't all be green grass and rainbows with these things. I mean, we got stories already, and you haven't heard any, but I got a couple stories even in my first 6 months where I was like, people trying to pull up with parties, people trying to do weird things in rooms that they don't think I'm in, and they find I'm here, and then they just leave. Like a lot of strange stuff like that. And it's been, you know, you're always going to have that in any business, but I definitely am glad that all of us are having success in the space, you know. So.
All right. So then you started after your wonderful guest, whom almost made us lose a great host. You decided to transition, and that is, I think you're the first person that I knew who did that. I will hear that, I ain't doing it no more. I ain't doing it no more. Da-da-da. I had this horror story, this, da-da-da. I ain't doing it. It's like all or nothing. So you transitioned to hosting experiences. Tell us about the experience that you host. Because I've experienced it a little bit, but not fully. So I don't think
I'm
Donte
super curious about
knows
this.
anything about it. So tell us about the experience that you host first.